Folks, we are going to go ahead and do our weekly check-in. This is a much lighter week for you guys than you have been having, so hopefully that's good news for you and that you enjoy this little bit of extra time that you're going to have this week. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I also want to take a moment just because this check-in is going to be pretty short today. If you are kind of just joining us or if you kind of got a late start and you are watching this video, I have had a few students this week just could tell came in late and have not watched the virtual orientation and haven't done sort of like that preliminary stuff that we did that first week. So if that is you, if you have not done your watched your virtual orientation, the recording is in the Start Here module. And just kind of review some of those policies again, the email policy, late work policy. Just to kind of keep that fresh and reminding yourself, or if you have kind of forgotten those policies and you're emailing. The first couple of weeks we were doing really good about emailing and including our section number and using our Gaston College email, but it seems like this week and then a little bit last week as well, we kind of like dropped the ball a little bit and we're not using the Gaston College email. We're not checking in frequently, and we're not using our section number when emailing it, and we're also confused about what the section number was. And if you need a refresher, the section number, I've got several art appreciation courses, so this probably is not going to be yours. If it is yours, it's going to be the last three digits behind Art 111. So this one is D6B. I've got D6C, D6D, D6E. I've got P's as well. So, just check to see what your section number is because otherwise I'm going to be looking through all of those different rosters for your information. And this semester is just an overload for me, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be taking the time to do that. It's just in my email policy, your responsibility to include that section number every single time that you email me. It can be in the subject line, it can be at the end of it, it can be in the middle, wherever you want it to be. But if I don't have that section number, I'm not going to be able to respond to the information that you're wanting me to respond to. So moving off of that, we are in week 4 now on our course schedule. Remember, this is located in our course information, just right here at the bottom. And all we have this week is to do our color theory discussion and to complete quiz 2. So let's go back up to our modules and jump into module 2. I am also in the process right now of grading Edpuzzles and our line drawing discussions from last week. So just hold tight on those. If the grades look wonky, just know that I'm working on it. It'll get updated just as soon as possible. This is Monday at like 10:45 on the 29th. So hopefully by 2 today I'll have all that done. So yeah, the color discussion. This is the discussion, so you do need to respond to another classmate. I also want to kind of point out the ones that I have graded from the line drawing discussion, they are looking good. However, there are a few because I think it's because I don't have a word count on there, but y'all are doing like the bare minimum. Like you're including the 2 vocabulary words, but it's like I can hardly understand how you're even referencing them because it is, it's less than a sentence on a lot of these. So I'm not giving you a word count specifically, but like a short paragraph, like 3 to 5 sentences are kind of what I'm looking for this initial post. So if I take a couple points off, it's just because your writing is not as developed as it needs to be for that initial post. So the color assignment though, we are first going to fill out our own color wheel. Now you can print this little template off if you'd like to, or if you want to do one online, really you just need to like fill in the colors like in the correct places. As you'll know from lesson 5, the color wheel, there's a very specific order it has to be in. So I want to make sure that you know that certain colors have to go in certain places and in between other colors in order for the color wheel to make sense. It can't just be like placed wherever you want them to be at. So it needs to be a color wheel that includes 12 little sections like this, like 12 little slices, and that's going to cover our primary colors, our secondary colors, and our tertiary colors or intermediate colors. So there should be 12 little wedges in whatever color wheel you decide to do. The second thing you're going to play this game that is going to be downloaded on your phone, or I think there's like versions of it on like your browser as well on the computer. It's called I Love Hue, and I just want you to play it for like 30, 45 minutes and just see how far you can get on the levels. It's essentially like a blending game, and it kind of helps you to better understand what happens when you mix complementary colors together or when you mix analogous colors together, and kind of like, how the gradation occurs. So I used to do this app called Blendoku, and I liked it a lot better. And unfortunately, they have not like renewed their license for it. So I Love Hue is like the best alternative I could find to the game. So if you have any issues downloading it, it is free. It should be like on the Google Play Store if you have an Android, or on the Apple Store or the App Store if you have an iPhone. But if you can't play this game for some reason, please let me know today. Don't just like not play it because you don't have the technology for it. I will come up with something that you can do alternatively for this assignment. Um, Task three is to reflect on your color exploration. What did you learn from this experience? And be sure to use at least two lesson five vocabulary terms, and that's specifically lesson five. So that's the color lesson in the modules. Um, and then you'll write at least 3 to 5 sentences. I added that in about, what your experience was like, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, if it was harder than you thought, if it was easier than you thought, anything you want to add. And then just one comment is needed. Respond to a classmate in a meaningful way and use at least two vocabulary terms from lesson five. So again, I either give you the instruction to respond to three people or one person. If it's just a one person, I want you that comment to be like the equivalent of if you responded to three people, essentially. So make sure that you're thorough with that, and that it is, a well-developed comment, and that your reflection is well developed as well. But these are not optional. Like, you can't do like one or the other. You have to do the color wheel and upload that one, and then you have to do the I Love Hue Blendo or I Love Hue game as well. And I didn't mention this, but what you'll do for the color wheel is just take a picture of it and then email that to yourself and then upload it to the assignment. Or you can scan it in, do however you want to. And then for the I Love Hue, you can just take a screenshot of like the highest level that you get to on the game and then upload that screenshot. But you have to upload that screenshot. So make sure that you do that, or it won't be counted for like the full images. So two pictures, the color wheel, and the screenshot of the level that you get to on I Love Hue. And then also we have a quiz this week. I think I already kind of covered quizzes mostly last week, but I just want to kind of go through these instructions so that there's no errors or anything like that. So this quiz will include multiple choice, true or false, and short answer style questions. It'll be 10 questions. There is only one attempt per quiz. So once you click into this, whether it's accidental or not, you got to finish the quiz. Like, I cannot reopen this quiz. So unfortunately, if it's like an accident, you've got to go through like two screens to do this. Like, you've got to click on the quiz, and then you've got to acknowledge all this stuff, the timing, all of that, and then click begin. So if you go through two screens worth of warnings and you still click begin, unfortunately, that's on you. You just need to read closer the next time that you're taking your quiz. But yeah, so the quiz instructions again, one attempt. You also have 20 minutes to complete the quiz. It shouldn't take you that long, but you have that if you need it. If for some reason you have an accommodation that needs you to allow or has to allow you more testing time, I have not received that yet, so please let me know if that is you. Um, and once you begin the quiz, do not click away from the quiz page. If you pull up another browser, or if you like minimize it, a lot of the times it will just save your place and just go ahead and submit it as it is. So don't click away from the screen. Um, After completing the quiz, you can review the quiz and see the correct answers and your score by clicking OK in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Please remember that part B of our final exam is going to come from used quiz questions. So if you do want to be making a study guide, which I would recommend to all of you along the way, this is when you would need to do this. So make sure that you review your quiz if you want to see the answers to it. And yeah, that's really the only opportunity that you're going to have for that. I'm not going to make a study guide at the end. So make sure you're reviewing your quiz questions. And again, this is just please use caution before beginning the quiz. Technical errors do happen, but as stated in my makeup work policy, I do not accept late work and will not allow you to retake the quiz if one of the above issues occurs. And if you do have a technical issue, please email me immediately about it. But yeah, that's all we have to do this week. We do not have any lessons. We don't have any other assignments. Nothing like that. All we have to do is the quiz two and the discussion for this week. So if you have any questions on that, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all next week as we get into module three.